Hello there guys, it's Crankiest Fozzie returning with another edition of I Play Your Way. Today's video comes from the nomination from Danny Merrington. He last time in the comments stated he wants to see a Luton town, which is fantastic. I'm really pleased that he's picked a team that I actually have some love for. Nathan Jones was once upon a time an assistant manager alongside Sammy Huppier. Anyone who's kept an eye on Brighton over the past few years would know that Sammy Huppier did try his luck as a manager. Fantastic player, absolutely brilliant for Liverpool. As a manager though, absolutely clueless. All he did on the sidelines was just whinge in the fourth official's ear, and it was quite annoying, and I cannot stand when managers do it. Rafa Benitez does it, Carlos Carvajal does it, Wagner of Huddersfield does it, loads of managers do it, and it's like, why do you need to do it? It's really annoying. So, with regards to the challenge of this particular save, the board want me to win promotion automatically, and I've had the meeting with the players, and that's exactly what I told the players that they're capable of, and they agreed. So no problems there. They want the third cup of the FA Cup and the first round of the Carabao Cup, which we're already into, so tick, job done. Now I've got something to show you guys. I'm really excited about this save, and the particular reasons are I might have done a little bit of raiding. Now let's take a look at these transfers. Scott McTominay from Manchester United has featured a number of times this season in reality, and he's not a bad player. He's not bad. Let's have a look at him. So he's a central midfielder, ball winning. He's a box to box. He can play as Mazzala. He's very versatile, and his positioning, teamwork, off the ball, vision's not great, but his work rate makes up for that. He's got brilliant pace. He's strong, stamina. His first touch is good. He's got passing, work rate, a lot. So I'm really happy with this signing in particular. Now, for the second guy, Flynn Downs, I've got him on loan from Ipswich. He's another ball-winning midfielder who's got positioning, teamwork, work rate, tackling, bravery, anticipation, aggression, composure. So not only can he win the ball, he's calm when he's on it, which is fantastic. I'm going to play him as actual defensive midfielder. Now, third up, Shaun Williams. Just look at that pace, guys. Is there a striker that's got 17 pace in this division? I haven't looked. But I now know that I can play a high line and not panic. I can play an offside trap. I don't need to panic. He's got pace. He's got anticipation. He's brave. His concentration's good. He's got technique as well for a centre-back, which is brilliant. Marking and heading are not great, which is why he suits playing a high line. But whenever you're playing a central defender that's got one particular... it's got a particular style, so obviously he's a runner, he's very physical, then you need to make sure that you pair him up with somebody who can do the heading, the marking, the tackling, etc. So yeah, he's got a great partner for that. I'm not concerned at all. And finally, Joe Riley. He's right back, and that's where he's going to play for me. The reason I signed him is because of his pace, his fitness and his stamina. He will run up and down that pitch all day long if requested to. His teamwork, his work rate, positioning, tackling, first touch, he's got crossing. He's a complete wing back. Let's be fair, I could play him like that and he would be brilliant in this division at doing so. So that's the signings. The reason why I went with low knees is because I wanted to look after Luton financially, and why not exploit the loan market if you can? You don't need to spend money if not necessary. You can actually, because the aim of this particular save and the target is to get promoted, so the team that you have here you're going to have to offload a lot of players in order to re-sign for next season. So think about the baggage. If you sign a player this season trying to get promoted, you're spending that wage budget that you haven't got much of. There's 53,000 available and you're already at 50. You've got 2,000 available. Why spend that? Why not save it for the following season? And that also gives you an opportunity to sell some of your players. And there's a big lot of baggage at Luton. They're not like oldies that are not going to move. You've got a lot of youngsters that can go out on loan. For example, let's have a look at the squad. I've sorted this out actually. So my team is fully sorted. We've got 2 tactics. We've got a home and an away. I'm going to play a 4-1-2-2-1 away and a 4-2-3-1 at home. Now this tactic in particular is really a work of art to get working. Now I've gone, this isn't the final puzzle by the way guys, I am going to be fiddling. I've played 1 pre-season friendly against our reserves. I'm going to be fiddling with this for a while, but there's lots of variations. With regards to team shape, a question was asked about it and what my sort of interpretation of the team shape is. Let's break it down. So highly structured and structured. If you imagine that when you are attacking or you're defending, let's talk about attacking for now. When you're attacking, your team is going to be from the striker that's in the box there to the defenders who are just outside of their own box down there. There's not going to be any movement from the back line compressing up to make the defenders closer to the the wingers up there or the strikers. They're going to stay put. So when you're defending on the flip side and your strikers are up there in the box, they're not really going to come back to help with the defence. I hope that makes sense. So you're keeping your team spread apart, which means that there is lots of space in and around in between. So the idea of this is to maybe set a trap at this particular point and then look to play in behind very quickly. You need to have a player on more risky passes. Every tactic should have one player on risky passes in order for that to happen, but we're not talking about that now. So yeah, structured, the defence and the attack will stay put. They focus on their particular job that you've given them. If you imagine you hear the term, they're a bunch of individuals, that's because they're playing structured. They're focused on their time, their target, their goals, their instructions, and that's it. They're not going to go, oh, I will join in with the defence, or a defender join in with the attack. They won't bother doing that. If you want teams to attack, and you want the whole team to attack together, you need to play fluid. Okay. There's pros and cons to both. Now, on the flip side, if I'm playing fluid or very fluid, your defence, when you're attacking, even if you've got these guys on defend, if I'm playing attacking fluid, these guys are going to come right up here and get involved. Okay, they'll still defend, they won't go charging out of position, but the whole back line will come up together. Now the risk with when you play a fluid attacking is the defensive line can be penetrated, but I generally make that one change there and I put a defender on cover, and if I have no defensive midfielder, then I might put this guy on stopper, but there is one there, so it's not really necessary. So it's almost like a support and defensive scenario. It's like when you're defending with fluid, is everybody going to support the team? So on the flip side, you're attacking, your back line comes up with the attack. If you go defensive, for example, and you're playing fluid, it just means that your front line will come back in their own half. If you watch Manchester City play against every team this season, not every, but most teams will play a defensive fluid. It just means that they have two banks of four, or a back five, then a three, then the two, and they're all in their own half. That is defensive fluid. Okay, it's the best way I can explain it. And to put it in a simpler terms, imagine this is the pitch. That's the goal here. That's the opposition's goal. If you're playing fluid, your team's going to be all bunched up together like that, maybe on the defensive side or attacking. But when they're structured, the team's going to be like that, which means there's lots of space in behind which can be exploited. So a good passing, technically decent passing side will exploit that space, and they will hold possession for God knows how long. But it's also a key. If you're playing a team that are playing fluid, you can play balls over the top because they won't necessarily have that one man on cover. And has their central defender got the same pace as your striker, for example? My striker's quite slow. He's only got 12 pace. So you've got to look at the numbers as well. It's not just putting a man on a roll. It's looking at the defenders they're up against, seeing what their paces are, etc. I'm not always that thorough, but I try to be, and I plan to be with this particular save. So that's my approach. That's how I'm looking to play this save. I've made some really good signings. What do you think of them, guys? Obviously I've raided Man United, as you can tell, but some really, really positive signings, and I think this will be quite a nice save. I won't play it on comprehensive like I did with the Whitehawk save, because that is my bread and butter and my long-term goal, but I do plan to complete this season just for you, Danny. He's asked me to, well, I don't know if everybody's seen the comment, but he said that Luton are doing fantastically well in reality, which they are. Brilliant coach, brilliant team. They've confidence. Momentum is everything in football. Can I build that same momentum in this particular save? I believe I can. In fact, I know I can, and I will show you. The signings I've made are phenomenal. Let me know your comments, what your thoughts are. What I will do coming back wise, we've got Peterborough in the Carabao Cup. Do you want to see that? Because that's quite a big game. They're a division above us. We're in League 2, they're in League 1. And on top of that, their players, Mr. the one and only, any Luton supporters in here, anybody knows the team, Mr. Jack Marriott, just to show you, is a beast. He scores goals for fun, especially on this game. But look, he played for Luton and he scored goals. So there's no reason why he won't want to come back and show us how good he still is, or if not, how he's improved. And we're away, so tough fixture. That's the type of game where you need to think, do you play fluid or do you play structured? But I would like to break that down. Do you want to see that? Or I can come back at a later date, maybe against... let's have a look. Who are the teams to beat in this division? We've got season preview. So we're tipped to finish first, and that's based on the signings that's been made. Then we've got Coventry, Mansfield. Okay, so Mansfield, Peterborough and Mansfield, or just Peterborough or just Mansfield. You tell me what you want to see. Thanks again for watching, guys. These videos have been an absolute pleasure to build. I know that I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm very new to this. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning all about YouTube, etc. The numbers are fantastic. I didn't expect it to go so well, but it is, and because of your loyalty in coming back and watching, I would love to continue. But if you could just take that extra moment just to hit that like button, because lots of you are watching, but not enough people are hitting the like. If you don't like the video, put your thumbs down. I don't mind. I'd rather know. I want feedback. How do you think I'm coming across in these videos? Do you enjoy them? Is there any criticism? I can hold my hands up and say when things are wrong. I would like to hear it from you if they are. Please tell me. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.